Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to Mini Indie Game Reviews, a place where I'll be reviewing indie games to the quick, sweet, and straight to the point. Today we're going to be looking at the indie title Racing Bros, which was developed and published by 4 Gladiator Studios, who are responsible for giving us games like Cats of War, Run Man, and more. But since the release of this title, 4 Gladiators have released updates and more content for Racing Bros, and to be honest, I don't know which have come to the PlayStation, which is the version that I will be rocking out with today. So let's get into it. As far as the story, there is none. This game looks bare bones, to be honest. Get rid of any hope of realism that you may think to find. Simple colors and a couple of combined shapes to serve as a representation of what things are trying to convey themselves as being is pretty much what you will end up finding. Just how the structure and how everything is, it looks like a pre-alpha build of a game instead of a finished product, possibly made in the Blender program with default assets, and yet that is what adds to the charm of playing this game actually. Mind you, it doesn't crash when you play it, but its physics is so comical, especially if you find yourself doing barrel rolls in the air, and whenever the camera gets lost trying to make sense of things. But overall, its presentation is not the main strength of this game, but rather the Racing Bros is self-explanatory within its name. It's a game about racing. You can have up to 4 people playing at one time. But it's not just about racing alone, it's about having fun within its hilarious and comic title. Now, how is this game hilarious? Well, it has all to do with the charm of its appearance and also its controls. So the goal is to ideally be the first to come across the finish line. However, getting there is the fun challenge because oftentimes, if not always, there will also be obstacles that you have to overcome as the player. The first will be trying to handle your vehicle's controls. When you drive, initially everything seems to be smooth as expected, but if you make any sudden movements or quick turns, you'll come to the realization quickly that this vehicle's handling takes a nosedive the faster you go. This will result into your vehicle doing those acrobatics in the air that we mentioned. Other stages you'll come in contact with will have the player playing with a different vehicle, with the same controls that is, all of which is really simple to understand, just challenging to manage. Again, being the first across the finish line is ultimately the goal, but the things that will stand in your way that are prompted to watch out for is hilarious. Like trying not to get caught by the cops, watching out for traffic, not trying to get caught by these ships, and etc. But yeah, if you have some friends or just want something simple to play and laugh, this one is for you. While I was playing this game, there was probably ever one song that stood out, and that is the now iconic Yell with this rock song coming in blasting at the end of every race. At first when I was playing this game, it felt like it came up out of nowhere and damn near scared me because it just makes itself known after a level which is for the most part somewhat on the quiet side in terms of volume. But if you play this game, you will not forget this song whatsoever. The name is called Slip and Slide, which is done by John Andrew Bard and Petty MASITTI, who has done work for all forms of media, which includes advertisements, films, and even mixed and mastered some tracks for some reputable artists. I will share a link to where you can find more info about him. As far as the sound design goes for Racing Bros, it sounds alright. I mean, it does its job and to pretty much convey what certain things are, such as your motor running and of course sirens that comes from other vehicles. I mean, I kinda don't know what else to say. Racing Bros is a fun game to play, especially with friends and other people who want to play with you. This is the type of game we created many indie game reviews for. You can beat this game in like under an hour. However, it's the experience that you will have with others that gives this game its magic. Racing Bros is now available for Steam and PlayStation 4 and 5 for like close to $8. During the time of this review, another expansion is being worked on, and the developers is seemingly going to be moving Racing Bros online. Check back in on their Steam page every now and then, or follow developers via their social media outlets to stay on top of things. And until next time, be safe out there, and peace, y'all.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit up that notification bell, and I gotta go.